Right. Well, I'm glad we didn't get too far into it before.
Yeah, we had to fix a few things.
Yeah.
Welcome to the GDMF Paranormal Podcast, but this is kind of a BS podcast.
It's a BS hour.
It's a BS hour.
We're doing the BS hour.
And today we're talking about something that we talk amongst ourselves about a lot, and that's Bigfoot. And my name is Christopher Lee, and I'm joined with
William Wallison.
And also
Sandy Lee.
There's her face.
Sandy Lee.
Sandy Lee.
You got to say it into the mic, though.
Yeah. It's probably got it.
Yeah, it probably got you.
So
there you go.
So we're talking about Bigfoot, and I know that the three of us one night probably heard what we think, 98.99999% chance that what we heard anyways, not saw, was Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Well, the campsite was quiet. There was nobody partying.
Yeah.
It was like 11, 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah, we were done.
And
We'd done our partying.
Yeah.
everybody was quiet. We were getting ready to go to sleep, and we were snuggled in for the night and heard this scream that sent chills down my spine.
It was like
I looked at Chris.
Yeah,
like
when you say scream, that's not quite right, because a scream is like a girl screaming because she's about to get stabbed.
Yeah.
Not that kind of a scream.
It was
more of a howl, more of a
hoot.
Yeah, a hoot.
Oh,
yeah.
Like somebody partying that went, I can't do it. Yeah, hoo-hoo, yay.
Yeah, that kind of a hoot.
Really loud.
Yeah.
But it was just creepy.
It was creepy because there was no response to it.
Well, that's what made it weird, because we laid there and looked at each other.
We
were waiting for a response with somebody partying or something, and it was
just somebody saying "shut the fuck up,"
Yeah.
Right, because that was the kind of hoot when there is a party going on, and there was no more to accentuate that feeling of that sounded like an excited hoot, like the Seahawks just won. There was nothing else behind it.
The only thing I
else
could
around
say
it.
is like there was somebody that's like me, enclosure, just by himself, and he got drunk one night, went outside and was like, starts hooting for no damn reason, and that's it.
And the problem
then walked back inside.
The problem with all of this stuff with the unseen and the paranormal and all that is like exactly what William said. It sucks, but it could have been just that. Could have been some dumbass who just had headphones on and was really excited that the Seahawks won
or something.
That late at night.
Well, no, but the thing.
Maybe he was listening to a recorded podcast or recorded something.
What we're saying is like it sucks, but it's a possibility that somebody that was dumb, who had a few beers and finally heard on
a lot of beers.
We don't get reception up there in the woods, but maybe he got the clip and he can see that the Seahawks won.
They did have satellites. So
and
it could have been he might have DVR'd it.
He hooted it in his own tent that wasn't that far from us,
or cabin. They actually had cabins up there.
Yeah, really but nice. It sounded like he was in the.
Yeah, he might have went outside.
It sounded outside.
If it was a tent, it's like, dude, we were in tents, and it sounded like we're in the same room. It's like the tent material does not stop us from talking to each other, but a cabin probably would have. But it sounded like he was outside.
I'm sure he was outside.
So, but that being said. Okay, let's just put up there with it in all capital letters, unlikely, but possible.
But now
Bigfoot.
Let's look at where we were camping.
Yeah, we're up in
we are in an area where supposedly Bigfoot's been spotted multiple times.
We're on Mountain Loop Highway, just so you know, but we're in the early
Mount Baker
Pacific
area.
Northwest.
Yeah.
So pretty much all around this area down to California. Is where they're going to be.
The area that we were camping, though, they have supposedly spotted Bigfoot multiple times. So
I've got a theory about Bigfoot that has been spoken of on a couple of shows about the kind of creature that it could be, and I fall into that category where I think that this is what it is. So, not that mystical that we think it is, in my opinion. So we all understood. I don't know if you guys know this, but even the gorilla was a myth up until I'm going to guess about 100 years ago.
No, it wasn't even 100 years ago.
Yep, it was a myth
in the 40s, I do believe.
Everybody talked about the silverback gorilla and all this stuff, and even the panda bear.
Yes.
So the panda bear in Japan was a myth that everybody drew pictures of them because some people saw it and drew it, but nobody ever, very, very few people ever saw one. So it was almost like you're drawing a cartoon of a mythical creature.
Yeah, a unicorn.
Yeah, and
you're drawing a unicorn.
Yes, but
and, yeah.
but it exists. We all know about it now. And the silverback gorilla, same thing. We know it's real. So here's my theory. So it's understood that the videos that people have caught of the Bigfoot, some of these people analyze the legs and the hips and all that kind of stuff. And in my opinion, all that it is a branch of a species of a gorilla. Maybe the reason is because we know that even a chimpanzee shares like an amazing amount of chromosomes.
I think it's only one chromosome that differentiates us from actually chimpanzees. Like they have 22, and they have 23 chromosomes or some shit like that.
That's chimpanzees. That's not
That's
gorillas.
true. That's true. But chimpanzee
it's in the
is
same family line.
Yeah. So
I mean, shit, we're
apes
almost related to a fucking fungus. You
Yeah.
know, so it's really hard to say.
What fungus are we related to? Let's
I
see.
don't care what I say. So before I lose my thought, okay, I don't care about fungus.
Yeah.
The chimpanzee and the apes, and us are all in the same gene pool.
Right.
Let's just say the pool, the giant pool, but we're really really close. So what I think is that the mythical Bigfoot is really just a couple chromosomes away from us, mixed with an ordinary gorilla. So in other words, it's an ape. It's nothing more, but it walks like we do. But still it's still a great ape. It's a gorilla, huge, because gorillas, if they had longer legs like we do, they would stand 6.5 feet tall, 7 feet tall.
I think they do. I think they get really
some of them
big.
are really big, right?
Yeah.
Now, but when you look at a gorilla right now, they're huge shoulders, the ape, the face that they have, and the giant arms and everything. They just got short, little stubby legs. But imagine you put normal sized legs on them. There you go. That's Bigfoot. But I kind of think that they have more mentality than just the ordinary ape. So gorilla and Bigfoot, maybe Bigfoot, let's just say it more Neanderthal, more smarter, but not man, but more smarter.
Obviously they're smarter because they're staying away from humans.
That's true, but they also do
that
things.
could always be instinctual.
But they also do
it's kind of like with wolves, you know, protecting themselves or hunting or whatever.
Right.
Everything they do is a lot of instinct.
But I hear they do ape-like things. Like they know that apes, when they're out in the jungle with them, when they're studying them, that sometimes they throw rocks and they throw sticks and they clank sticks together. They bang the wood to communicate. And these Bigfoot, even though we're not in the jungles of wherever Africa, they do some of the same behaviors. Kind of like it's something that they do. So I think they're still smarter, but they still have or whatever. I don't know why they do it. But
have you seen a wolf use a tool?
No.
See,
No.
Apes they do. They use tools.
Yeah.
They use sticks. They use rocks to do stuff, to bust something open, to get something. They use tools.
Yeah.
Mainly because they do have their index thumbs to actually manipulate things and hold on to things better than other animals, but they still utilize that ability and they use tools.
And when you look at the ape footprint, and the ape footprint has kind of like, it's almost like they got a hand for a foot, but Bigfoot has a foot for a foot. And So there's a difference.
So that would be more of like bipedal. So like with apes, they can't constantly walk on two legs. They can, but they can't constantly do it.
Some that
they have to stop and start, using their
There's
hands.
a couple of them that always do. There was that one. He was an ape that was in the circus a lot.
Yeah.
And he looked like he had a lot of human-like features. He was
I know
really
which one.
old.
I know which one
But he
you're
would
talking
constantly
about.
be on his feet.
Yeah.
And he didn't look right. I mean, it looked really weird.
He was probably very uncomfortable doing it.
No, it was like he preferred it. There's something with his hips.
Yeah.
It's like kind of a problem. So
okay.
he's standard.
Yeah.
That's what made him fancy. It's what made him famous.